We're doing something on the spookier side of things today, as well as a game that feels oddly nostalgic simply due to the way it's sort of built or structured. I don't know, playing this feels like I'm playing some late 7th gen first-person shooter from the Xbox 360. Which I suppose makes sense considering that this game is a spiritual successor to the Fear franchise, and it definitely shows. I may not have fully sat down and played the Fear games, but even I can see the DNA of them present here, mainly in the combination of stealth, action, and horror that creates a special little blend of chaotic charm that keeps the game fun. But without further ado, let's dive in. This is Trepang2? Squared? Let's just stick with Trepang. This is Trepang.
What the fuck? Do we have any men left? Negative, sir. All squads are down. We're the only ones left. Fuck it. The rest of you with me. We'll take them out ourselves. I'm leading the assault.
Trepang is going for that realistic and semi-grounded military look as far as visual presentation goes. A lot of modern Black Ops kind of stuff, lots of night vision goggles and glowing visors and stuff like that. It's a way of contrasting with the more paranormal elements that appear. Again, doing the same thing that Fear did with modern military operations and equipment modified by supernatural powers and abominations that bite people in the ass. It's definitely got that spooky feel to everything, with you being the hunter most of the time instead of the hunted due to your powers. And the sound really tickles me, honestly. I'm a sucker for really well done sounds for the little things. The fuzzy sound of the radio between units, the chunky sound of reloading and firing the guns, and the impact of boots on different surfaces, that kind of stuff. It's all practically designed to satisfy that little part of my mind. The game even got me to flinch during certain segments. And speaking of those segments, what's our story here?
This is Raven. We're approaching the safe house. Roger that, ma'am. Patching you through to him now.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you, 106. The Horizon Corporation had you locked away for a very long time. They must be frightened now that you're free. You want vengeance. So do we. Welcome to Task Force 27.
Trepang starts you off with a cold open of someone sneaking through a facility, killing a bunch of guards, and then freeing you from some sort of Call of Duty Black Ops style brainwashing chair. Then you're thrown straight into the tutorial where you learn that your name is Subject 106 and you are being held captive by a group called the Horizon Corporation. The people that freed you are known as Task Force 27, and they have some sort of grudge against Horizon, so they free you to let you loose on Horizon, allowing them to accomplish whatever their goal is, while you get revenge for whatever led to you being tied down and locked up. As for why Task Force 27 hates Horizon, well, we learned pretty quick that Horizon is doing some shady and messed up stuff with human experimentation, creating abominations of nature and stuff like that. But it's pretty obvious from the outset that TF27's director isn't telling you everything about what's happening. You learn more details by gathering little bits of intel scattered in each of the levels. These are your collectibles for all you completionists out there. Now, for the sake of spoilers, I won't show or tell beyond the Jorvik Castle mission, but I will say that while the plot is somewhat predictable, I respect that the entire thing is played totally straight. There's no meta context or subversion of expectations here. What you see is what you get. So if you're into an action thriller filled with paranormal monsters and Illuminati-style intrigue, this is your game. Just don't expect anything artsy, essentially. Now then, how about the actual gameplay? Trepang's gameplay is definitely the standout part of it. It's a Fear successor, after all, so having some very nice technical lighting and gameplay mechanics like that is a must. In the case of Trepang, you have the innate ability to turn invisible for a short duration at a time. During that time, as far as I can tell, you're also completely silent, allowing you to sprint as fast as you can in the few seconds that you've vanished. This one mechanic alone allows the game to go from being a simple FPS into either a stealthy thriller where you're picking off the enemy one by one slasher style, or an action-packed brawl, since the enemies will try to follow you to where you were last seen, giving you the chance to sneak up on them from behind in the middle of a firefight. And speaking of firefights, you might notice that I'm not using any sort of iron sights here, and that's deliberate. The game has no ADS mechanic. The most that it has is scopes if you attach them to your guns. But beyond that, there's nothing you can really do as far as being able to actually look down your iron sights. It's all hipfire here. Of course, this all can be very situational. Some parts are designed to be one or the other in terms of stealth or combat, or the AI just snaps and knows where you are instantly, going straight into firefight mode. In contrast, however, the AI can also get itself stuck in the environment, unable to figure out what it's got to do to flush you out, leaving them aimlessly wandering the same corridor forever. The AI is a true expression of the duality of man, both incredibly intelligent and incredibly stupid at the same time. It can definitely break immersion when it happens, but I can still find a fun sort of charm to it. Maybe not everyone can, but I can. Besides, the ambient dialogue they have with each other and their COs is absolutely worth it. And that is Trepang2, or Squared, because it's not actually a sequel to anything. Whatever, you get the idea. The game is pretty great all around. Granted, I will add one thing, this game does not like being alt-tabbed out of. It made recording parts of the game annoying, as I had to occasionally alt-tab, but when I got back in, the game was permanently stuck in this stuttering mode, because that full-screen window option they have is a lie. Your cursor is even locked to the screen, which is just the biggest tell that full screen window is a lie. Anyway, that's all. This has been TheRatMan, and I will see you all later. And lastly, a special thank you shout out to Mike Uniturtle, Scarlet, and Reese. Thank you for the support.